I'm a billionaire. Oh yeah, that's what I bring to the table. I'm a billionaire. I don't date. I don't date. When are we gonna stop being artificial and actually be real? The journey is only as beautiful as the pain you go through. Everything will teach you a lesson if you're willing to learn from it. One thing I also struggle with currently is, does the person really want me or they want something else? If I was a person that had no boundaries, I had no boundaries. Kind sometimes means no. Your breath has been stinking for the past 3 days and I don't know, I can't handle it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Guys, what's happening? Is your boy Caleb Bugagba here, ready to blow your mind with some incredible information. Now, let's get into it. So, what I actually want to touch on today is mainly about relationships. Like, we all talk about like the one, all these terms, and we don't really understand, okay, what makes the one? Who is the one? Do I have to pray and fast in order for the one to so God can show me the one? But like, let's start off with, why date? Let me first separate the two types of dating. There is the worldly dating where we literally act as husband and wife, but without the commitment, the everlasting, the forever commitment. Then you get dating, like going out to get to know one another, going out, that used to be called dating once upon a time. Like going out, socializing, getting to know the person, getting to know their background, where they're from, who they are, what they do, all those information. Then you get so many other different things that came off of the worldly dating, where they like, people don't want the commitment of being called boyfriend and girlfriend, so they ended up just saying, okay, we don't want the commitment, we just have fun, and we call that a situationship apparently. And there's so many other ships out there that get hectic and hectic the more you go into them. Crazy. But anyway, what I want to talk about basically is, how do Christians actually go about dating or being with someone they want to be with in the long run, and what do they look for? And actually a friend of mine told me to record this, and I've been like, there's been a lot of information that's just been coming in, and I'm just like, whoo, bro, I'm not sure if you're gonna like this though. Yeah, actually came off flu. Actually had fever before the flu, then the fever, I healed from the fever, then flu came. I was like, yo, I don't want you. Anyway, so something I noticed about like dating is like, we always tend to be like, okay, the person needs to fit this role, the person needs to fit this role, but then what role are we fitting in that person's life? What type of person have we built ourselves to be, so that they can see the value that we get? Like, don't get me started. What do you bring to the table? Boy, girl, like, bro, I'm gonna sell that table. I'm playing. Like when people say that, it gives the perspective of, what are you gonna give me? What is there for me if I have to be with you? Like, it makes it seem as if, okay, first and foremost, the mutual agreement of love, or the mutual feeling of attraction, and not only attraction, but like there's attraction on multiple different levels: mental attraction, emotional attraction, physical attraction. It's all that attraction bundled up into the reason why you want to be with this person, right? Obviously, there's more reasons. But then, what do you bring to the table? Like me saying, I have a 9 to 5. I'm able to provide. I have a company. I'm a billionaire. Oh yeah, that's what I bring to the table. I'm a billionaire. And you get some women like, oh no, I'm pretty, and y'all, it's like, when are we gonna stop being artificial and actually be real? Like, well, something I notice about like dating and relationship, it is not about what you're gonna bring. It's what you're willing to go through within that is gonna make you. Like, people don't understand this. Like, when Christ said, when in the Bible in Ephesians 5, we see that Christ loved the church so much that he gave himself up for her, right? Are you willing to go through her mood swings and still be there? Are you willing to go through the moments where she doubts herself and still be there? Are you willing to go through the pain and like all that drama and still be there? Like, I feel like everyone is looking for like some sense of security within relationships, some sense of love. Like, are you able to bear with me as we go through life? You're gonna get to see my ugly side. Are you still gonna want to love me? Because love is not a feeling, it is a doing, it's an action. I act in love. That's why we see in First Corinthians 13 that love is patient, love is kind. Is the person able to be kind? Are you able to tell me something in a kind manner? Are you able to respect me in the sense where you speak? You know, all these things need to be looked at as one is entering into a relationship. But like, let me just tell you from the standpoint of how I do it actually. I don't date. I don't date. Okay, when I say I don't date, I mean I don't do the worldly type of date. I don't kiss. We don't touch. No, none of that. Because why would I say I'm keeping myself for marriage and yet do the things that married people do? Or married people are supposed to do? Like, why would I want to taste the cake that's not ready yet? I know, the expression of cake. Why would I want to eat food that is not even prepared yet? No, I wouldn't. No one in the right mind will eat a raw chicken. Would you eat a raw chicken? Nope. But why would we want to do something that is not prepared for us, or partake of something that's not prepared for us? Like, I have done that in the past. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty. I'm not here to make myself look holier than thou, but I'm like, why continue? If you know what is right, why continue? Actually, that's just my point of view. If you believe the same thing I believe, if you believe that marriage is supposed to be precious, it's supposed to be beautiful. And whenever we really take away from what we're supposed to be experiencing in future and pushing it forward to experiencing it now, when it comes in future, we already know what to expect actually. But then it won't be as fulfilling because we spend so much time enjoying the thing. It's like, let's say, for instance, I don't know why I'm thinking of a surprise. Let's say someone is hosting a surprise for you. You don't know what's happening. But the minute that person keeps on telling you, okay, no, there's a surprise for you, it might, and it keeps on giving you hints, Then when the day comes, and he even tells you the date, when the day comes, will you be surprised? No, you won't. Of course not. You've been expecting it from the minute the person told you, right? Or he's been telling you and he told you the date. So there's no way. But like when you actually experience a surprise party for the first time, your emotions, it's like fireworks within you. Like, this person really cares for me to the degree where I didn't even know they were planning this. First and foremost, I thought it's gonna be like usual, literally. But this time around, I was amazed. Like, it will bring the curiosity. No, not even curiosity. It will just make it more worthwhile. I feel like that's why everything in the Bible that relates to growth or success goes through a certain timing period. It doesn't just you do the thing and it happens bam immediately. No, it's more like you do it, 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 you do it. It's difficult, and you do it again. You're like, oh, then you're there. It's more like that. But like, if you like, the journey is only as beautiful as the pain you go through. Okay, let me say it this way. What makes the journey beautiful is actually the fact that you actually experience hurdles and pain and struggles. So the beauty of the journey is not in the success, but it is in the challenges in order to get to the success. And same thing with relationships. If you're to really look at it that way, the more you understand that marriage is special, sex is special, being with someone for the rest of your life is special, that person is special, and you are too. Don't forget that you are also special, because if you don't view yourself as special, or okay, not in an egotistical way, not in a fleshly way, but like, I'm special in a sense that I'm able to cater to this person's specific needs for the rest of our lives. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let's get into this. I did mention I don't date, right? And the reason why is because I used to. I used to date. I used to do all the things, all that, yeah. And I noticed that it was causing more damage in my life than good. Even though it taught me lessons, like everything will teach you a lesson if you are willing to learn from it, right? And I learned lessons. I'm not saying it was a mistake. I'm not saying that I wish it never happened. It happened, and I'm grateful for it because I am where I am because of all the relationships I've been in, right? But like, something I want to say is we need to learn the lessons from each relationship, because the past relationship was toxic doesn't mean the next one will be. But now I understand that the fact that you experience some toxicity, you expect toxicity. But now it needs to be something where you deal with what you have been through, your traumas and everything, and allow the relationships that is currently ahead of you to make you honest with yourself, so you open up and understand that, wait, okay, I was dealing with this before in that previous relationship. I didn't trust her. I didn't do that. No. You can count them. Yes, we can count them all. But we need to understand that because that doesn't mean that will be, unless I'm looking for it and I'm manifesting it into this relationship, it will happen. So one thing I also struggle with currently is the fact that I kind of worry. I know that you must cast all your worries to God, because He cares for you, or give your anxiety to God. But like I've been having an anxiety about whether this person I'm getting to know will stick. You know, the people I want to get to know, or the person I want to get to know will actually want me back, to the degree that we get married. You know, so it's always been that question: does the person really want me, or they want something else? Like always analyzing. Like I tend to be an overthinker, but like I always ask questions so that I don't just run with the thought that I have, instead of finding out the truth of the matter. And that has been helping me, like, really. Some people use the word vet people. Like, the Bible also mentions that you shall know them by the fruits. The fruits they produce, if they are kind, if they're loving, if they're joyful, if they're patient, if they're peaceful, if they're gentle, if they're self-controlled. I feel like self-control is a very big one, especially like men need to be self-controlled. Like if the guy is not self-controlled, then if he doesn't have no boundaries, that shows you it's a red. I was a person that had no boundaries. I had no boundaries. But like, due to getting to know certain people, I realized that, okay, just because you love someone doesn't mean you are gonna do everything they say or they ask of you. Even though you are kind, yes, it's good to be kind, but sometimes kind doesn't mean yes to everything. Kind sometimes mean no. Funny, kind sometimes means no. Because let's say, for instance, you have a certain budget and you have savings that you're supposed to keep. Obviously, savings are meant to be kept. But now, because of this person you love, you seeing yourself, it might not even be an urgent thing or a hectic situation, but you see yourself taking from your savings and spending, you crossing your boundaries to please the next person. That is not okay, because at the end of the day, once you cross all your boundaries to please this person and they leave you, you're gonna be crying, but I did everything right. No, being right doesn't mean pleasing the next person. And okay, let me say this: there's no such thing as right in a relationship, right? But there is something as being true to oneself. If you don't like something, communicate. Like, yo, hey girl, hey boy, there's some I don't like. Your breath has been stinking for the past 3 days and I don't know, I can't handle it. I want to find out if there's been a problem, you know. There's a, like, what's happening? Talk to me. And if like those are too personal, who else are you gonna be personal with if it's not someone that you wanna be with forever? That's just my take on things. Don't take my word for it, but if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. Yes, sir.